Thank God for this honor. It's indeed an honor giving something to Ms. Perry. And to begin with, I would like to thank the executive for what they've done. They've been so wonderful and dynamic. They've been so supportive, very resourceful, very focused. And this is the result we have today. We thank God for you. May God continue to bless you and your hopes. And most especially, I would like to thank Ife. Ife has been so wonderful. She was so relentless, always sending mails out, emails, and never tired, never give up now. Thank you. And now to Mr. Perry. Before then, I would say thank you guys for coming. It's so wonderful, so nice to see all of you. Very colorful. It's always a good feeling when I see U.S.A people around me. Sylvia was talking the other time that we are so friendly, we are so united in the school. I remember meeting one of my seniors. Actually, she finished before I came into U.S.A. I was at the Full Gospel Christian Men Fellowship International, and I met her sister Ola Kwade Ajayi, and we clicked. The husband said, once I see the U.S.A doors, then I know I'm not going to have my wife for the rest of the evening. We clicked and we were going together, and the husband was just staring at us. No more husband for that night. Now, we thank God for Ms. Perry, we thank God for Ms. Davis, above all, we thank God for the Johnny Mercies and for their lives. Ms. Perry, Ms. Rosa Jane Perry, commonly called R.J. Perry, was born on the Valentine's Day, February 14, 1931, in Salisbury, UK. The parents were missionaries in India. When the time came to be born, mother came home to England, that is to her mother, that is Miss Perry's grandmother, for the baby to be born. When she was 6 weeks old, mother went back to India. She was born to Reverend Richard Lawrence Perry and Dr. Rosa Salome Perry. Now we know why our principal was such a smart baby. Salome means peace in Hebrew. Educationally, Miss Perry attended Thornton Village Primary School and then St. Mary's Carlin Christian Boarding School, and finally had a higher degree at Lady Margaret Oxford University. At school, she was convinced that she was called, and she decided to be a missionary. She was very close to her aunt, Faith Wadsworth, who was the first principal of Queen's College, Lagos, whom she then followed to Nigeria. Then in 1956, she went to Queen's School, Ede, as a teacher until January 1960. Thereafter, the Anglican... Yes.
Many people didn't realize that I was 3 years in Ede before going to Accra.
Give a microphone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I came to Nigeria in 1956, so I was 3 years in Queen's School, Ede, before going to Accra. But unfortunately, Ede was not developed, and the Nigerian staff were not willing to live in Ede. Therefore, when I left it, it moved to Ibadan, and is now Queen's College Ibadan, but it started in Ede. Then I met the education principal and said, she said, do you want to go to St. Anne's to teach the sixth form science, or do you want to start a new school? So I said, I would like to start a new school. Wow. She said, the best place to go is where we have Archdeacon Opusanya. He will look after you.
Thank you so much. So we heard the history of Queen School, Ibadan. Queen School, Ede became Queen School, Ibadan. Their loss, our gain. So, and when she got, in 1959, the Anglican Diocesan Education Secretary, Chief Odukunle, asked her to go and start the school in Akure. The government insisted that the principal must be a graduate. And at that time, in 1956, only 30 women graduates were in the country of Nigeria. The school was born, and it was first called Anglican Girls' School, Akure. However, Bishop Odutola came to the first governor's meeting, and he insisted on a Yoruba name for the school. Therefore, U.S.A was given to the school, and that became the name of our school. In short, I'm quoting Ms. Spelling. This is just a summary of her experiences. I'm sure if she has to write her experiences and impressions about U.S.A, it will be a whole book. U.S.A was very exciting. I'm quoting her. I planted every tree. I put up every building. I appointed all the staff. I selected all the students after they were cross-interviewed. To the Lord's glory, the school developed as a building site. Every year, we put up a new building and the school grew. It was a happy school and there were few rules, but the main focus was to respect, love each other, be a true and practicing Christian, and work hard. I believe the students and staff learned to share and to become faithful Christians. It was a boarding school.
I believe that one reason people were happy was we had very few rules. Basically, rule number one was love your neighbor. And this included respect for the teachers and for all the other students too. And also obedience to your seniors. And so this covered everything that was needed. Then we had a second rule: be in the right place at the right time. This covered all the details, like you must go to chapel, you must play games in the afternoon, you will have a siesta and rest, and all the little details of cleaning and hair plaiting and washing up and carrying water. All these things were covered, but basically the rules were very flexible. Lily asked me, what is the difference now? And I think, sadly, the school is much too big. The classes are over 40 and much too big. And therefore, the teachers don't really know the students. And the students do not feel confident in going to the teachers with complaints when anything is wrong. When somebody is sick, they would come straight to Miss Davis without waiting, without discussing. And one of the things I think we tried was, I remember there was a beggar woman at the gate, and someone came and said, please, Miss Perry, can we have some bread to give her some food? So I said, yes, certainly, and take some soup as well. And then I picked her up and took her in my car to the hospital. But we couldn't feed her, and so I visited the ashram, and she had a group in the Red Cross, and they took responsibility for this beggar, she was, in the hospital, that she should be fed. And after a short while, she did die because she was very sick. But she had the last part of her life in comfort because one of the students bothered to come and tell me.
Are we leaving?
Okay, thank you so much. She just told you part of the next paragraph. The Deji of Akure conferred on her a chieftaincy title, that is Oba, the late Oba Adishina Ademuwabu Kabiyesi. The title for the Eye Abiye of Akure land, which is also a honor to the school. Prospectively, as indicated above, Miss Pelly was born to and raised in a missionary home and grew up to become one and an ambassador of Christ. Miss Pelly was at U.S.A. from 1960 to 1973. Thereafter, she went to head a school at Rosari in the northern Nigeria, and finally went to Benin in 1977 before retiring to England in 1979. When she returned to England, the Queen conferred on her the MBE, that is Member of the British Empire, as a honor and in recognition of her services in Africa. At U.S.A. and thereafter, I knew Miss Pelly as a Christian leader with many attributes, including leading by example. Miss Pelly was firm and fair with her discipline, and she taught us to be chaste and Christian women of virtue and integrity. She exercised her authority with a focus towards development of future leaders and mothers of obedience and honor. She insisted on observing the siesta, on going to bed on time. She would do the day and night rounding of the dormitories to ensure that we comply by the regulations. It is inherent in her, normally we know, it is inherent in man to disobey. It was not a good feeling if your name appeared in the school's black book. I'm not sure if you had that, the younger generations, anytime we disobey, our name will go into the black book. If you are caught to habitually or consistently disobey, your name will be in the black book and it will be announced during the assembly. Miss Pelly was a loving and compassionate leader. On admission to the school, she became our mother. Immediately we come to the school, we have another mother. And she will be our mother for about 9 to 10 months a year for the next 5 or 6 years. She was there when we became sick or needed directions. If anyone needed surgery, we will all gather at the chapel and pray during the hour of the surgery. And either Miss Davis or Miss Pelly will inform us of the successful outcome. The students were always happy and we lived together as a family. As a Christian, Miss Pelly made us to love to pray, irrespective of our family backgrounds. We go to morning prayers and sometimes evening. We observe most of the church tenets, Lenten services on Wednesdays during the Lent, fasted during the Lent, by giving up something we loved most. Snacks, for example. Most of us were baptized and confirmed into the church when we were at school. We joined Christian fellowships and went to visit the leper colony, visit and sang at the School of Agriculture, etc. As a teacher, Miss Pelly taught any subject, if necessary, but mainly fine art and biology. She was our career counselor and guided us when we needed help to pick the right subjects for a right vocation. She observed us and encouraged us to develop our talents. In summary, Ms. Pelly made the school an icon in the region, province, state, and nation. She raised competent leaders, morally astounding, respectable, respectful, academically sound, and focused women. She developed women who are hygienically attractive, socially glamorous, friendly, humble, respectful women. Women who are professionally competent, capable, and confident. We are here for the FOGA North America 2012 celebration, and we are delighted to have Ms. Pelly, the first principal of our school, with us. We celebrate and salute Ms. Pelly, the woman who dared to come out and make a difference and change the world by positively impacting the lives of future generations of mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and many generations to come, with our love to give all of ourselves by utilizing her foresight, her hindsight, and her insight. Thank you. And now, Ms. Pelly, can you come forward? Thank you.
All the paparazzis in the house.
On behalf of the executive of FOGA North America 2012, on behalf of all the old students of U.S.A, past and present, on behalf of all of them, not even only in America, we say thank you, and we are honored to give you this. It's just a token of our love and appreciation for you.
How wonderful. I don't need any presents. Your words of exhibition are more important. Thank you indeed for this kind gift. I shall keep it a long time to the end of my life. Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.